James Carpenter with Country Living. Welcome to my channel and thank you for watching my videos. What you see there in the bucket of the tractor is a concrete bench. I pretty much saved it from going to the landfill. It was going to be thrown out, so I brought it home. And I was trying to figure out how I wanted to display this bench. And I originally thought I would take that bucket and scrape off a spot and level it and put down a couple pieces of concrete pad and set it up that way. And as I was walking down to get the tractor, I looked over at that big hunk of flagstone that's always had a very flat surface on it. I always thought it'd make a good coffee table for a picnic, but it never got used for that, so it might as well be used for the bench. So what I'm doing now is I'm setting it up, and you can tell by looking at it, it's been in somebody's yard for a lot of years, because you don't get that kind of weathering overnight. So that's, to me, that's a plus benefit to already have it sort of seasoned, I guess would be a term. I don't know about pronouncing it correctly, but Fatima maybe is a term used for something that's already well seasoned. It looks like I had to put my gloves on. That concrete's a little scratchy on your hands. Right now I'm making sure that they're pretty well parallel from each other before I set the top down on it. Now the wind, you can tell by the trees in the background, the wind is blowing pretty good today. It's early November. Temperatures 71 degrees, but the winds are probably 40-50 mile an hour gusts, maybe even higher out sometimes. And those corn, it's corn husk, I don't know, it's debris from the cornfield is all blowing through my property. I spent most of last week with the backpack blower on, cleaning leaves up, and I had this gut feeling, because every year this happens, you get everything cleaned up and then we get a big windstorm and everybody else's leaves blow into your yard. So I did a lot of work last week that was basically a waste of time. But today's a different day from the day I shot the video. That's a day later. I did get the backpack blower out and blow around bushes and shrubs and that, and then I took the lawnmower and I mulched all the debris that was left in the yard. So it was a pretty productive day today. Now these are solid concrete, just a little bit of weight there. I was able to obviously pick them up. If I was 30 years younger, it probably would have been a lot easier. But at my age, I was still able to pick the concrete up and move it around, which is good. Here I am trying to make it exactly perfect, but that's just part of my character. Now these, I'm calling them flower pots. They're just molded concrete in the shape of a flower pot. I'm going to set one of those on either side of the bench. And I'm kind of glad it was windy the day I did this, because it pretty much proved that it would take a lot of wind to blow it off there. The wind was having no effect whatsoever on these pieces of concrete once they were set on that giant piece of flagstone. I'm being careful not to scratch it. Obviously, some of them got a few scratches in transportation, but for the most part, I wanted to keep the scratches down to a bare minimum. Okay, so one final tweak on this other flower pot. Okay, looks like it's meeting my satisfaction at this point. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Okay. Is Jim satisfied? He's getting there. Now it looked a little bit plain. So I had this little concrete gargoyle. It was in another location. You'll see it here in a minute. I went and got it and I set him on the bench. And I even took it one step further today. I brought me up some nice looking rocks and set them on either side. There's my gargoyle. I appreciate you watching my videos. Thank you and have a great evening.